Hey curlies, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Kiki and I do all things curly hair tips, styling and product reviews. In today's video, I'll be doing a Mousse-Only wash and go. We're starting off this wash day on an old slick back bun that I did for New Year. The build up I've got is not massive and I didn't apply lots of products throughout the week, so I'll just be using the sulfate free shampoo today. The shampoo I am using is by Trepadora and it's a really lovely cleansing shampoo. I always start by focusing on my scalp and going in with my scalp scrubber from Shampoo to remove any build-up. I'm then going in with the Quinoa Repair Deep Conditioner by Trepadora. I make sure to distribute this evenly by using my fingers and then going in with my Tangle Teaser brush. I start by detangling from the bottom and then working my way up to the top. I left this on for a few minutes before rinsing out. All of the tools I used today are linked in the description if you're interested. So my wash day is now complete and I've just got my 4-run curl shower cap on just to make sure that my hair doesn't dry out too quickly. The mousse that I'm going to be using today is the Shea Moisture Strengthen and Restore Conditioning Design Foam. I've never ever used this mousse before, so it's going to be really interesting to see how it turns out. So I've still not found the perfect mousse to give me a hold that lasts a little bit longer than 2 days. And I'm going to give you, as always, my honest opinion of how this one is turning out. So if you've watched my videos before on this, the first thing I like to do if my hair's a little bit wet is just to spray it using my Aunt Jackie's spritz bottle, and then I'm just applying the mousse from the root to the ends of my hair. First I use my fingers and then I'll go in with my brush just to make sure that the product is distributed nice and evenly, and I just feel like I get nice results using a brush and kind of the raking method with my fingers. I always make sure I work in sections for this just because I have a lot of hair and I really need to try and get all of the mousse to every single strand of hair. If it's larger sections, I don't feel like I get a very good definition. First impressions of this mousse is that it doesn't have a great smell. Now, if you know the smell of this line, it pretty much smells the same thing. I'm not a huge fan of the Jamaican Black Castor Oil line because I just feel like it smells a bit like Play-Doh to me. In terms of the product coming onto my hair, the application, it was okay. I wouldn't say it's the best I've experienced. In terms of definition though, got some good definition. And it's looking quite nice. My curls are clumping together and it does seem to be really curly, especially like under these bits. I've got some really nice curls going on. Not much frizz at the moment and it has some nice shine. So we're going back in with the other side and I'm just repeating the same process. I didn't really apply much water to this side because I felt like it was still a little bit wet for some reason. I don't know why one side was a little bit wetter than the other one, but I just went in them with the mousse. Same thing, rake with the hands, use my brush and then go in with the hands again. And then just for the front, I like to make sure I finger coil my bangs. I get a nicer result if I do it this way and just get them all nice and uniformed. Now just showing you how I style the back. I don't like to part my hair down the middle because it doesn't fall quite right, so I try to part it in half and then when I get to about my ear I will then style it backwards. So I've just finally completed the application process. All the mousse is on and it's looking cute. My hair's nice and defined. It has some good shine on it and this is what the back's looking like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hover diffuse. This is just going to make sure that none of the curl pattern is disturbed and it stays nice and defined and no frizz kind of happens here, because when I've let it air dry in the past I've found that it gives me a little bit more volume instantly and that's not what I want initially from this style. I want it just to kind of dry as fast as possible and I want to see what the result is, as opposed to kind of like letting it air dry, letting some moisture get into my hair, maybe frizzing up a bit. That is not the route I'm trying to go down with this one. As you can see here, I'm getting a little bit of frizz initially. This is not good. I don't know what's going on here. I'm not done with the drying part, but I had to come on because I've just noticed that I've got like this rash on my face all where my hair has like made contact with my skin. So I've not got it in the middle of my face, but I've got it wherever my hair is framing my face. So like here and on this side, like I don't know what the hell that is, like, in the ingredient, because this has never happened before, so I don't have a clue what is going on. Hopefully it goes down, because if not, I'm gonna look like some blotchy mess. But yeah, this was not planned, so I'm gonna continue and then we'll see how we get on. My hair is about 80% dry. I can't bother to do the little parts that are still a little bit wet. This is what it's looking like at the minute. So I've still got some nice definition. Still got these red marks on my face. Don't know what the hell it is. Obviously, you can see I've got some volume. These parts have not really defined very well. And this is the section of hair where my hair is definitely a little bit more tighter than the rest. This side is looking a little bit more defined than this side, but we're gonna see what happens when it's fully dry. So I'll come back tomorrow and give you guys an update of how I'm getting on.
The next day.
This is day 2 of my Mousse-Only wash and go, and at the minute I'm happy with what my hair looks like. It's cute, it's nice and volumized, it has some good shine on it. The only thing that I'm a little bit disappointed with is the definition on the left side of my hair, where my hair is that slightly bit more coilier. It's definitely not giving me as much hold as I wanted it to do. So we're gonna see what this plays out like for the rest of the week, and I'll come back in a few days and give you an update on how I found it so far.
3 days later.
What's up, Curlies? It is now day 5 of this Mousse-Only wash and go, and as you can see, I've got lots of volume. I really like how it turned out. On day 5, this is not too bad for me. I definitely would like to refresh at this point and do a little bit more of either a co-wash or add some more moisture in, because it is a little bit dry on the ends, I'm not gonna lie. But overall, I was really happy with what it turned out like. I've still got some nice definition, especially towards the ends of my hair. The root, not so much, it's a little bit more frizzy, and underneath, where I've got like my little bit more tighter hair texture, there is no curl definition whatsoever. It is gone. So if you're looking for a mousse that has a good hold on it, this is probably not the one to go with if you want to get to like the end of the week with your wash and go. But if you want to do like a day 1, 2, or even a really stretch to a day 3, you probably see some nice definition in those first 3 days. This mousse is definitely second favourite of mine to what I've used so far, what I've tried and tested. First being the Miel Organics Pomegranate and Honey mousse, and this one is definitely a close second. Although it did give me a rash, don't know what that was about, but that didn't stay for very long, thank God. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you're interested in seeing more Mousse-Only wash and goes, just click here and it'll take you through to the playlist of that. I'll see you next time.
Take 1.
The first being the Miel Organics Pomegranate.